everyone, welcome to my channel Learn to Become an Animator. In this video I am going to show you how you can animate the run cycle step by step. Before we start animating the run cycle into the Maya, let's look at the live reference of the run cycle. It's always a good habit to look at the live reference of the run cycle and study from it and apply to your animation. Then the more and more perfection will come into your animation. Now here we have a slow motion of the run cycle. You can see, you can study all the run cycle, how it's going. We have a basic pose of the run cycle. This is the contact pose, then the down pose, passing pose, up pose, and up pose in the air, again in the contact pose. So this would be the our main poses. This is in the slow motion, but if you see in the actual timing of the run cycle, you can find very easily very interesting and the fast looking run cycle. So basically we are going to create this speed of the run cycle, which is the medium speed and the little bit cartoon looking of the run cycle. Let's go to the Maya and create the basic poses. I would like to show you few more poses like this. This would be the main poses in the run cycle. This is the contact pose, down pose, breakdown, passing pose, up pose, breakdown in the air, and again in the contact pose. Let's begin. Let's jump into the Maya. I have referenced this character called Walker rig. You can find this rig on the internet very easily, and it's a free rig. You can find the link to download this rig into the description. This is the free rig to use into any tutorial or non-commercial one. Let's begin. As I told you, today I'm going to create a medium pace run, so it will be around a 21 frame run cycle. Select all the control and create a key at the first frame. I have created a button into the self to select all the control. If you don't know how to create, just select all the controls. You can go to the script editor, just clear all the script which you have in that. Just select all the controls again and select the script, drag with the middle mouse button and place into the self. Now we have a self button here to select all the controls. Go to the first frame and let's create a first pose. So our first pose will be like this. This is the contact pose. Here you can see these are the poses. So we are going to start from this pose, first pose. Okay, I have just flipped the image so you can see the direction which we are going to create from the side view. Just push the body down a bit, drag the left leg back, right leg forward. You can rotate this foot or you can use the heel roll if you have in the character. Make it little bit down so we should not get the knee pop while running the character, and this foot is going to be in the air. Also we have to make this body little bit tilted and running as a in a speed, and just turn into the direction because in this direction, because this leg is forward, right leg, so we have to just turn into that direction. Now you can see we have the first pose we have created. Now go to the same pose. We have to copy and paste the same pose at the last frame, and at the frame 21 we have to create the exact opposite pose. Just opposite all the value, and create the opposite pose. Now you can see we have three poses. It's completely going. Now we have to create the down pose here at frame 3. Select the foot, make it flat, zero out all the value in the y-axis also, just bring it down. Foot should go little backward, little back like this. Take it foot little backward, this foot little forward, and the body goes down and also upward. As we move down, the head, in this character, the hip and the body and everything, the also it gives the feeling of the head, so we are going to treat as a head and the body as well. Same thing, select all the controls, key it, go to frame number 5, key all the control, again flat the value, zero out in the y-axis. Let's look at what kind of pose we are going to make it. Make this pose little higher. Yeah, creating poses always is going to take a little bit time because we have to understand the motion of the character, and then only the realism will come into the character. Any character, it will take little bit time to create the pose, then only the reality will come. Now go to the frame 8 and create the pose. Why we are taking a 3 frame here? Because the while jumping the character into the air, it's going to hang a bit. In the running, in between, the character will be in the air for a while. So create this pose nicely, very beautifully, zero out this value of the roll. Okay, and let's see again. Now you can see it will come down at the 11. If you can feel this is little bit stretchy, just match both the pose. And now we have to create all the opposite pose. I have already created this walk, so I have the all the poses in my library. I can use that as well. What is library? If you don't know what is the studio library, this is the studio library. You can use the poses from here. You can create once at one time and you can use anytime if you want to copy. So if you don't know the what is studio library, you can just go through my another tutorial which is in the tips and tricks how to use a studio library. Here now we can copy this pose from 3 and completely paste it into the 13. But the thing is we have to complete opposite the pose. So Just copy the value, paste into the opposite leg, paste it. Same way, go to 3, copy this value, come here, paste into the opposite leg, and so on. In y direction we have to just make it minus. The same way you can copy this pose to the frame number 18. Sorry, just you have to create all the channel. Make sure you should not be just selecting like single channel like this, otherwise the whole value will not come there. Select all the controls, copy and paste into the frame number 15. Here we go. Now copy the value from that leg to this leg, and this leg to the other leg, and so on. This would be the opposite, I believe, right? Now again from 8 to 18. So make sure you are selecting all the controls, copy and paste it here. The same way we have to just copy the value, paste it, go to 8, copy the value and the paste here. See what happened. This leg is not going opposite, so we have to just make it opposite. Copy and that's it. Now select all the controls, go to the graph editor, just make it step mode so we can check our all the poses how it's looking now. Yeah, the basic poses are ready for now. Now we have to start looking and do the polish part little bit. Let's see. Go to the graph editor again, do the spline, all the control, make sure little bit, start looking how the rotation is happening. Let's look at from the front view. Going, yeah, it's opposite again. It should be in the opposite way, right? The same way in the x direction. When we are going down, the head is little going up, this is going down, not that much, so the graph should look proper. Again down, and while going, this head going little up again, the same way in the last part. Now you can see our character started running. Now here you can see the our hang time is fine here, not proper. If you want to see, if I want to see the character hanging in the air for some time and just to make a sense of creating a more weight in the character, so I can just adjust this graph going up while going down, just hang for a while. So overall, if you feel the character is going too much up, let's overall we can adjust the graph here, because we also have to take care that this part, the knee area should not get break, right? So adjust the y axis first, go down again the same level of the graph here. Now you can see the bouncing ball feeling in our character. Now the same thing, we have to make sure that our legs are going in the proper direction. To clean the legs, I can show you one thing. Go to the animation, you can use the visualize, create a editable motion trail. Now you can see the motion trail. So basically the idea is our characters graph should be fine and circular. See here, it's just hanging for a while, so it should not be the case, right? Just go down like this, let it go up, and try to create the circular motion here. So everything should move into the arc. Okay, the same way here. Here you can push it little back. So see, same way you can clean the graph of this leg. You can delete the motion trail and create the again for this leg, and you can clean for this leg as well. Sorry, this leg. Now the idea is the motion should be in the circular. Okay, now you can start feeling our character is running. Because it's a cycle, we just have to, when we do the play blast or something, just take a one frame less, then you can create a play blast. Now just go to the perspective view and take a play blast. Yeah, we have a basic run cycle here. Now one more thing, we have to balance out our run cycle, our character. See, while from the front angle you can see this, we can just push it this leg little bit inside like this until the, it's not in the air. The same way will come out and again land into onto the ground. See, the same way the opposite. This way you can balance out. It should not look like it's falling. Now go into the graph editor and make sure this our graph of the x-axis looks similar, right? And slowly will come inside. Now you can see your character is looking more balanced. See, the same way you can just push the body. When the character is landing on the leg, you can push this body little bit in the x-axis. Make sure all the graph is beautiful and smooth. Now you can see the feeling of the character is looking side by side. I would also like to add little bit motion into the foot area. While the foot is coming forward, I just want foot little bit outside, like this, and land. We can have a beautiful feeling of the run cycle. One more thing, in the polish part we can animate the toes. You can see here the toe of the character going down below the ground, so we can animate that until the character taking off from the ground. And also it will give more fluidity into our character. See, yeah, the same way here. We can add even more flexibility into the foot area by adding or animating these toes, follow through, and the overlapping action of the toes. Now you can see after adding all the details and the polishing the graph, you can see our animation looks even more fluid and the flexible. For a great presentation, you also can add certain lights and render the image sequence and create a MOV file, and you can play or share with anyone. I hope you enjoy this video and learn something from it. It's a very basic run cycle tutorial. Also, please like, subscribe and click on the bell icon to get the information for the video I make in the future. Once again, thank you for watching and see you at the next video. If you like my tutorial, you can subscribe and share. Thanks a lot.